Next up in the bark bank, a clergyman with a holy hustle and maybe a few unholy loopholes.
Hi, Barks. Blessings and belly rubs to you all. I'm Father Flanagan, and today I'm here seeking $50,000 for 3% of my soul-saving startup, Holy Halos, the world's first, soon-to-be, church-approved condoms. Following the ways of the Lord can be hard and often require sacrifices of the flesh. Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of Holy Halo condoms.
Hold on, Father. The church very much doesn't like condoms. How do you expect to sell these?
Well, you're right, but these aren't just any condoms. No, my furry financiers, these are permeable. But every single halo has been dipped in holy water, a divine divider between you and sin. You can finally frolic freely and still keep that sweet spot in heaven. Permeable, but dipped in holy water to keep the sin out, but let the babies in.
Let you get your stick wet without getting your stick stuck.
If you know what I mean.
Oh my! Very embarrassing every time.
So basically they don't work as condoms, but they let you get away with having sex without going to hell?
Exactly. The church gets to keep making babies, but you don't have to keep going to confession. Think of it. No more guilt. No more awkward "I'm saving myself for marriage" speeches. With Holy Halos, you can take those pray hands and turn them into lay hands.
Didn't I read that holy water is full of bacteria like E. coli? Won't this be harmful to women's health?
The words are English, but I don't understand the question.
How are you addressing the issue holy water presents for women's health?
Again, I'm not understanding.
She does that. Well, we don't get it either.
Is that mesh from a window screen?
Ah, that's a keen eye you have there, young lass. Yes, yes. Another fine selling point, rough on the outside to increase her shame, as it should be, but soft and smooth on the inside, internally lubed and ribbed for his pleasure. We even have custom scents.
Scents? Now you have my attention. What flavors we talking? Don't pitch me that vanilla missionary nonsense, Padre.
Well, we do have virgin vanilla, but we also have miracle mint and cooing camel, and my personal favorite, sweat of the Savior.
And the Vatican, they've blessed this endeavor?
Well, not exactly. I'm still waiting on the papal decree one way or the other.
I love it, but you're asking 50 grand for only 3%. That's rough, Father, real rough.
Not running with the big dogs on this one. I'm gonna stay on the porch.
Me too. Good luck, Father. 15%.
Ouch, 15%, that's highway robbery even for the church.
Come on, Father, we're dogs. We know a bone when we see one. 10%, and we'll even bless your branding.
Look, meet me in the middle, 7%, and I'll baptize all your puppies.
7% works for me. Father Flanagan, it looks like
Wait a second, our producers say we have a special call-in bidder. Let's get him up on the screen. Folks, we have the guardian of the sacred fire hydrant himself.
Oh no.
Defender of the holy tennis ball and eater of the golden kibble, Pup Oliver Poops a Lot the Fifth.
Flanagan!
Yes, your poetry.
50,000 at 20%.
20%?
And you get to keep calling yourself a father.
Sold to the pup in the very fine hat.
I knew you'd see it my way.
You're very wise, your hiney. Would there be anything else?
You may leave.
Father Flanagan's line of holy halos, ultra thin, spiritually thick. Available in 3 sizes, conservative, medium, and liberal. Good morning, everyone. I'm sure you can hear me now. Thank you for your patience. 1,000 apologies. I was working on our system this morning, getting the Discord kind of smoothed out, and I screwed something up. Let me bring up Miss Ryan. Good morning, Ryan. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm doing all right. I'm recovering a little bit, so you might have to hear me sound a little strange, but
I saw your post that said you had the cooties of some kind. I'm going to back away from the microphone so I don't get anything. Better safe than sorry.
Just in case. Get your spray out.
Yes. Right hand says we can hear you, unfortunately.
Sorry.
Thank you for that. So good morning, everyone. So Ryan, let me start. I'm going to pull this over here. I'm still getting my shit together. How did yesterday go on your show?
Yesterday went well. We couldn't stick to topic too well, but that's fine. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. And we just kind of talked about a lot of stuff, but it went well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brent A says, "Okay, I ran war rant now." Yeah. Are you asking for a rant, or are you going to rant and asking if it's okay to do it now? It's always a good time to do an I ran war rant. Feel free. If you want.
On a normal day.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about, I was literally thinking about opening the show going, "Hello, everyone. I want to say that my official position is I think this war sucks. Donald Trump's a traitor, blah, 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 blah." Okay, now that we've got all that out of the way and you know how I feel, let's have a fun morning show so people don't have to stress about that shit while they're watching my show. Because I want to represent. I don't want to think I'm just frivolous while the world is going, but also this is supposed to be a cool place to chill.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to have the balance. Like yesterday, like I so bad wanted to talk about stuff, but we were kind of trying to keep it around women's history. So we kind of, kept pulling it back to at least like presidency and what we would do in certain positions, just kind of like jokingly, or maybe not so much jokingly. I was asking the ladies questions about what they would choose to do in certain situations if they had the opportunity to be president, first time kind of thing, making history. But so much is on my mind. The first thing I did when I woke up is after I walked Pickles, is I wanted to come to my computer and see like what other bombs got dropped, and
what other craziness.
Yeah. What else? What other who was dropped as well?
Yeah. Who? Yeah. Well, I want to make a quick point. Shout out to John Hudson says, "Iran war. You mean the Operation Epstein Fury?" Exactly right. We all know what this is about. All of us know what this is about. And what bothers me the most is that everyone knows what this is about, and they're all letting them do it anyway. They know this war is more about hiding, obfuscating from. Again, I've said it before. Listen, if nobody stepped up and pulled Donald Trump out at this point, there's nobody going to pull him out whenever he says the elections were fake and he refuses to leave office. There's no one going to pull him out. I'm just saying. But we don't want to talk about that the whole show. Good morning, Kelly Shearer. Thank you for joining us.
Bible madness.
Yes, right. Bible madness. Hey, goddess, that's you. Let's see. Absolutely right, Chris. Thank you, John. Brent, but the Dow is at 5,000. I know, right? I know. I lost my ears. My ears are back. Almost certainly needs to restart my audio engine, so I may lose.
For a second.
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear me now. Okay, so I want to mention, you asked kind of about, my yesterday. Well, I had an audition Saturday.
Right, yeah. How'd that go?
The New Mexico Shakespeare. I feel like it went really well. I got called back. That's a good first step.
Yeah, that's so good. Congratulations.
Yeah, I haven't got a role yet. I went back yesterday for callbacks, and I was there for 3 hours or so, 3.5 hours, something like that. And I did callbacks for 2 different plays. So now we'll see. I have to say there were a lot more people there than I've ever seen at a Shakespeare festival before. Auditions and stuff. As far as auditioning, there's a lot of people there. It's good, It also makes it, there were so many there really that if I don't get a role, I don't feel that bad. If there were like 7 people, 9 roles, and they didn't call me, I would have felt bad. But yeah. Auditioning for what? Asks Rational Poet Jackie. Shakespeare Festival, the New Mexico Shakespeare Festival for, I auditioned for Leontis in The Winter's Tale and pretty much whatever they'd give me in Julius Caesar. A couple of roles I won't take, She Comes. That's all the one-liners. I'm not going to take those kind of roles, but if I'm getting that kind of role, I need to go back and study more. If yeah.
It's difficult to, and I'm not saying there's anything bad, wrong. Like those roles are necessary,
right.
But if that were your role, you would have to accept that you're going to be there the entire day, really just to learn, because
you're
not really doing anything. So if you're there
That's
for the
true.
right reasons, I guess, to learn, then I guess that's not so bad. But
Yeah.
that's
I'm one of those. I really need some meat. I need some meat on the bone. I mean, I do this once every 2 years or so. I don't do any other place between it. So whenever I get here, I need something that really, to be fair, I spend more time and get really all of my energy out before the play even starts, before the auditions. I study all the monologues. I have all the fun. Look at that, Carlos Valdez Maven. Thank you very much for the 100 Mexican pesos or 100 Mexican dollars. Buenos dias. Good day. Godless human beings. Happy to, sorry, man, it's tiny on my screen. Happy to enjoy the show. Following you, cause Justin DZ. Yes, Justin is fantastic. I've been on his show a couple of times. I very much appreciate. Oh, and 10 of your memberships. Man, you are fantastic. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, Justin is fantastic too. We have started taking calls. Yeah, rock hard for Doug. Exactly. We started taking calls, and I gotta admit, I'm not experienced at it like other people are. I've done it a few times, and I've really found myself leaning on Justin and a couple of other content creators. Well, I'll go watch their stuff and see how they engage with callers. And I have found myself, like with that caller Saeed last week, where he's asking about evolution. I found myself going, listen, just answer him. Just enlighten and educate rather than argue. And I rewatched that part this morning. I was really proud of myself. I was like, good, Chris.
Little pat on the back.
Yeah, I didn't yell at him or call him names or nothing.
Start acting like, okay, now I'm gonna act like somebody and just pretend to be. No, I'm just kidding.
Now I'm gonna act like a grown up. There we go. Again, thank you, Carlos, for all the support. Oh, and Dark Canary has become a member. Thank you, Dark Canary. I think that's what that is. Dark Canary. Dark. Good morning, Dark. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Man, you guys are fantastic. Thank you all for your support. Oh yeah, it's still. It's still going. It's fantastic. I appreciate it. All you wonderful people. I thought I'll be okay, but at least I'll remember later. Carlos was the one, because somebody else, Carlos, I don't know if you were here the other day. You gave out some memberships the other day as well, I believe, and someone said. Came on later, says thank you to whomever gave me the membership, and it was you, and I don't think you were here to see that, so just thought I'd put that out there. Boom, boom, boom. Yes,
Very
indeed.
thankful.
Let me see if I can. I'm not going to move that now. I'll move that later because it's right all up in my grill.
Oh yeah, it is. Right there on your face.
It is. I got a fang doctor appointment today anyway, so that's cool. Rational Poet Jackie, no billy clubs. No billy clubs. Henram is here. Good morning, Henram. Says, look like we found a new war we like. Oh, man, I know. I know. We all saw it coming, didn't we? Ain't nobody here didn't see it coming. We saw it coming. Everybody knew.
What I know? What do we know? What happened?
That Trump was going to attack Iran. And start another war.
Yeah,
that's what. It keeps coming up because people, it's just going to come up. It's going to be hard to stay on track on a show with all the craziness coming on around us. Trenched Rez is here this morning. Says, oh no, not Chris Mallard. That quack. This man is running you all afoul of the Lord. So true. I should make you my publicist. Good morning, Trent. It is the Chris Mallard. Yes, the evil Chris Mallard. Steve here. See, now, guys, I just want to mention we do have Discord. If you want to call in, we're going to switch from the phone lines to the Discord until we're a little bit bigger me. So if you want to go over there and you want to get on the channel, and I'm still learning the Discord, so go over there, stick your hand up, and we'll do the thing. The link is in the chat, I do believe. So if you feel like it, go do it. And we'll see how that goes. It might take us some time to grow over there, but we're willing to kind of wait, I have been enjoying it. I've been enjoying the calls as I review these. Some of these are really good calls. Some of them are that Syed guy last week who wanted to ask about evolution. And I was talking about the giraffes and the goats with their heads going down. He's like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. I like it. So.
Yeah,
yes.
Things to think about, right? I'm hoping that is that Syed had the fire extinguisher or
yes.
the
yes,
the battery. Yeah.
I
hope he gets a battery.
Yeah. For his own sake, I hope he gets a better. So I'm going to put this. Hopefully, if somebody does stick their hand up, I'll see it. That's good. But we do have some people listening over there. Thank you for listening over the Happy Heretic, Beowulf, and Simon. I hope I said your name right, Simon. Good morning. Thank you all for joining us on Discord. We're also streaming to Twitch and such, but nobody watches. Nobody watches.
We're just lonely floating out in the ocean over there.
Yeah. John Hudson. Things are tough. Just last week, I had 2 neighbors come over to borrow a couple of bullets. You know, that's funny. I don't know if you know this, but in Texas, they have vending machines for bullets, or they did have. Vending machine. I mean, you could go up, put your credit card into a machine, and it would vend out bullets, 22 rounds or whatever. Yeah, because that's Texas, right? The Ducks jokes never get old. No, they don't. Let's see. Steve C says thoughts on Iran. Well, it's really, we can try not to talk about it. We're just going to talk about it. It's just going to happen because it's happening. We all are against it. I believe it's a cover up, partially a cover up for Epstein situation. I also believe that Benjamin Netanyahu has finally got a president of the United States that he's got some dirt on, that's willing to go into Iran and do his dirty work for him. So there's that. There's also the thing about, well, how do you feel about the Ayatollah being knocked out? Well, I'm not a fan of the Ayatollah. I wasn't. I never have been. It would be nice if those people could be freed from that and liberated and given their own democratic republic. That would be fantastic. That Donald Trump is doing it and killing people to distract from his own problems. That's the problem I have with it.
Right.
Same. Yeah. Because they're oppressing. What's that?
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in Iran, they're oppressing their people so much so that they're rising up, and over here they're going, stop killing the people who are rising up while threatening to kill the people here who are rising up. It's just
so much hypocrisy happening, and the end goal is to destabilize the nation, to destabilize the area, really, because ultimately, as Israel has said, as Netanyahu has said, they want some of that land. There's a bigger, broader goal here, and they're not going to be able to attain that goal unless they can destabilize that area and hopefully create some smaller little states that they can now start to take the land and make this greater Israel. The fact that they've been using like Iran as pawns, but more specifically the people, that's who I care about. Like governments, look at our government, their government. I'm not fond of them, but the people are the ones being put in the middle. And I'm just disgusted that over 100 little girls got blown to oblivion and like nobody, I just feel like nobody's even outraged about it. Like this is, it's absolutely criminal that either we've become so desensitized or we're just so bloodthirsty that we will do whatever it takes to attain the goal of what exactly? I'm not sure.
And now we've also got this IDF who has apparently so far been incapable of suppressing and defeating Hamas right in their own doorstep. And somehow now they're going to go boots on the ground in Iran, I'm reading. Really? That doesn't seem terribly smart. So they're probably going to send American boots on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think nobody wants to go boots on the ground over there, and I wouldn't want to go. I don't like anything that we're doing, but you do really want to go boots on the ground over there.
No, it's all a distraction. It's all. But hey, we have noticed this pattern that Donald Trump has done everything, absolutely everything, to destroy this country. If it was good for this country, he has not done it. If it was bad for this country, he has done it. I mean, it's clearly Putin puppet intentional. It can't not be at this point. And then whenever I saw the other day, somebody had mentioned, I didn't come up with this whole Netanyahu's finally got a president. I saw that somewhere on the interwebs, and it just made so much sense. All this time, now we've attacked Iran twice.
And allegedly,
Didn't we obliterate Iran's nuclear thing just a few months ago? And now they're suddenly a threat to the whole world. I just don't get it. Well, I do get it. I do get it. How do the generals not understand?
It's all just nonsense. It's all just nonsense. None of it. These people are not. They're not credible. Mm-hmm. They're not capable. Right? Like they're absolutely incompetent. We know that. Like he's putting people in positions who are very incompetent, and they're just willing to bend over backward to do whatever it is that he wants, sacrificing at the altar of Israel all these Americans. And from what I've heard, if it's true from like an analyst online, if they are credible, that we don't have the stockpiles that we need, like to continue this war for if this is what you call war, I guess, attack. Right. I'd say this attack on, it's not fair to call it a war. They're just protecting themselves, right? But this attack on Iran, and then what? Because we've been sending so much to Israel, the interceptors, and they cost like tens of millions or something like that for one interceptor. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what the heck?
Well, we are being depleted. They haven't been, some of the things there's been talk about how we're not going to have enough stuff to continue the war. We have to get it over with quickly because we haven't replenished our supplies from all that we've sold and given away. So there's that. Mm-hmm. And then it's just that who's left with weapons? Okay, so you got Russia's been fighting Ukraine for 3 years now. Russia has lost so many people. They've lost Vietnam level of people per year.
Do we know how many? Do we have?
I don't know, but it's a lot. We could ask. We can try to get a general.
I want to know because
if you look at that, I'll look up how many people we lost in Vietnam. Total losses in Vietnam. Because they have been losing a lot of men, weapons, machinery, money. So these numbers are always estimated, of course. Let's see. I think it's giving me wrong numbers.
Geez. Okay, so allegedly, according to Wikipedia, since February 22, it says roughly 500,000 to 600,000.
Right. Let me do this.
But I guess, missing and stuff like that. I mean, that could be approaching.
How many did you say?
2 million. Well, this says, of course you're dealing with Russian media, right?
Of course.
506 to 600,000. But then when you add in like missing people and things of that nature, it could reach almost 2 million.
Okay, gotcha. Good. A lot. And this is Russia downplaying it, to be sure. Okay, so now let me read you this, also an AI overview. Total U.S. military losses in the Vietnam War, primarily between 1965 and 1973. Total 58,000.
Wow.
58,000. And we see this, oh my gosh, this is a horrific war. We lost so many people. 58,000. That's a quarter, isn't it, of what you're talking about? 200,000 plus,
Not either.
Yeah, I mean, it's a terribly small amount. Yeah. Oh, a tenth of.
Right? Like,
whatever it is. Yeah. Five.
Yeah, something like that.
It's stupid amount.
I'm not saying like that's terrible. I don't like that. I don't want.
No, you're right.
Anyone have to do that.
That's right. So we got Russia losing all those people, all that weapons, all the military manpower, all that stuff. Then we got U.S. getting rid of all our stuff. So who else in the world is a big superpower that has a lot of weapons, machines, guns? That would be China, wouldn't it? No. And it seems like as soon as the United States is pretty much depleted of all of our weaponry, because I mean, even you and I know it. We've seen it on the news. Everybody knows it. I think it's just the largesse of China. The kindness of their fucking hearts that they're not kicking our asses and just Russia's asses. They could just take over everything right now because everybody is so depleted. Everybody. And they have so much. This, I just think it is France. I mean, France has got a military. I don't think it's anywhere compared to that of China, though. Or India is a good example too. One of the things is we used to think, Russia and the United States were these big, huge superpowers, and that if we slugged it out with each other, it'd be this huge mega war. None of these tiny little countries would stand a chance against any of us, right? Because we're America and and yet here comes Ukraine, and Ukraine has slaughtered Russia's ass for 4 years. This huge major country has gotten their ass handed to them by this little Ukraine. Right, real.
It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
I
One
mean,
of the
if it
things
weren't for us and other nations, supporting them. Of course.
Right, yeah, I understand. With things like China is one of those concerns. We always think China. India is one of those things that I wouldn't really worry about that much. It would be, and that was probably just simply ignorance on my part as to how much they have, of course. But you don't really think of India as this major military outfit. And so, like, if you were to say Russia going against India, I'd choose Russia in a conventional war any day, or at least I would have a few years ago. And now I'm thinking, I don't know if the Indian people have any sense of strategy, will. Apparently, they could the Russians are not as formidable as we thought. And one of the things that really has me kind of worried is that I read this report coming out, I think it's from the Freedom from Religion, the Military Freedom from Religion Foundation. Apparently they've gotten a whole bunch of complaints from atheist members of the military, because there are generals out there talking about how, I need to find that article, about how we're going to do this for Christ and we're going to go over Jesus. This is blah, 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 blah. And they're having this religious thing. And why wouldn't they, right? Because the military is all about God, country, Jesus, what all that business. And so now we're seeing it at the top. They've removed all of the generals and all that business who were reasonable. They started doing that as soon as Trump got into office. Fired, I think it was 8 or 12 generals as soon as they got in office, and they've been getting rid of them this whole time. And now the only ones that are left are the ones that are going to do Donald Trump's bidding. And I don't think it's going to be long before he starts turning them on our own people. I don't mean like in Minnesota. I just,
Well, the problem is he's desperate. He's obviously so desperate. He's willing to basically stand up and tell the American people, like, hey, you're going to have to sacrifice some of your kids. There's probably going to be a lot of them that die. But that's what happens in war. It's very necessary and it's noble. So you just keep popping out them babies and don't think about it too much. And we're going to keep sending them over there to die. Like, wow. How freaking ballsy.
Isn't this an illegal war, by the way? This is a war where he didn't get congressional permission. This is absolutely illegal. Well, I tell you what, Ryan, let me see if you and I, let's say you and I together, you're far away from me, but let's say we were together. And let's say we went down to the local 7-Eleven, and you and I walked into the local 7-Eleven, and we grabbed maybe a fifth of whiskey, and we grabbed a carton of cigarettes, and we just walked out the door and just sat out in the parking lot. The police would be called, and we would be taken away because we had broken the law. Donald Trump is violating the Constitution, literally killing people in a war that's illegal, and nobody does anything. Right. Nobody does anything. So who's going to do something the next time? That's what I've been saying. I've been harping this for a while now. Who's going to do something? Nobody. Nobody's going to do something. Ain't nobody's there left to stop him.
He's literally like mocking our Constitution. He's draining the lifeblood, if you will, of the meaning of what that Constitution stands for. And I've never been like a really big fan of the Constitution because I wasn't originally in it. You know what I mean? A lot of us weren't in the original. So like, I'd be cool, just like with the Bible, like we toss that shit and we just kind of make it better, but that's not possible. So whatever, like I got to use what we have. But like, damn, he is the one who's spitting on it. He's the one who's basically lighting it on fire and stomping it in the street.
I know. He is we can't say this loud enough. He is the threat from within, the constitutional, both foreign and domestics. Foreign and domestic. He is domestic. He is the threat to the Constitution. Not necessarily to us, I mean directly to the Constitution. He has violated on purpose openly the Constitution. That is not, I mean, you and I would be sitting in a jail cell. Anybody else would be sitting in a jail cell. But if you're a politician, you can get away with that shit. And I think the people need to make that stop. I really do. I really think that we need to start making them pay for that stuff. And Firewolf's got a great point. He's the epitome of a Christian. He claims to be a Christian, but his actions are so un-Christ-like. It's amazing. You know what? I think it's break time. Do you guys want to? We're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna go refill my coffee, and let's see. What do we want today, guys? You want the pup, or do you want the post-mortem baptismal kits? You want some Wild Bill? You want the foreskin restoration kits? What do you guys want? Goat scented flesh candles. It is a cornucopia of fantastic. Oh, somebody wants boobies. Really, you want boobies? Well, you know, if we do Wild Bill 1, we'll do Wild Bill 2 after later. All right, so we'll do Wild Bill 1. Let's do that. Wild Bill, here we go. And you know, Wild Bill is actually going to be coming up. I talked to him. He's going to be coming back soon. We'll see more Wild Bill soon. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Wild Bill, we'll be back.
Hello, and welcome to Shakespeare with a Redneck. What the? I am Wild Bill Wigglestick, and I'll be your handsome host, your gilded guide, your cowboy concierge of Shakespeare. Dude, really? Today on Shakespeare with a Redneck, I'm going to perform the prologue from Romeo and Juliet. Damn it, Bill. Two households, both alike in dignity in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows doth with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage, the which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend. Hey, that wasn't half bad. I'm not as dumb as I look. Of course not. You'd be in a coma. Okay, so here's a quick rundown of the situation. Bill, two snot-nosed brats ignore the warnings of their learned parents and end up getting 4 people killed. Bill, come on, man. You're always blah, blah, atheist stuff, blah, blah, boring. Say something fun, for goodness sake. What? Particle is a fun word. Bill, particle. Bill, or talk about horses and dogs. People love horses and dogs. Or boobies. Everybody loves boobies. Bill, oh, can I say boobies on YouTube? If you close your eyes, it doesn't count. Talk about boobies then. Okay, everybody loves those cute little blue-footed bastards. It hurts right here. Culture, baby, coming at you. Avoid bringing a plague on both your houses. A plague on both your houses! By hitting that subscribe button, then that little notification bell. And bang that thumbs up button like frisky cousins at a family reunion. Thank you and take care. Peace.
All right, everyone, we are back. Miss Ryan's still getting her some water. She'll be joining us here again in a moment. If that's your first time seeing some Wild Bill, I hope you enjoyed Wild Bill. I've got another one we'll play here in a little bit. Let's see here. Kelly says, all it takes is 5 police officers to place him in handcuffs if he will not submit and deliver him to jail. And the world is waiting for Americans to get their shit together and make that happen. You know, I gotta say, hey, look at that big thing in my face. Look at that. Here she is. Let's get her back here so it gets that big thing out of my face. There we go. I really gotta say that I wish it were that simple. The problem I feel is that, you know, oh, there's 5 police officers at the door. Oh, hey, can I get the police chief on the phone? Yeah, fire those guys. Okay. Now they're not police officers anymore. Okay, so you got 5 FBI officers. Okay, we're going to go arrest Trump. So they're going to go up there and arrest Trump. We got 5 FBI officers here at the door. Let me call their boss. The Department of Justice? Yeah, fire those guys. Okay, thank you. It's that simple. And it's that there's nobody's going to stop them. Nobody. I don't see who's going to stop them. I mean, can anybody in the chat name what would you call it? An authoritarian, like a police governing body, like the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, any of those that are not kowtowing to Donald Trump and actually going to go in and arrest him. The Department of Justice is completely overrun by Trumpies. The U.S. Marshals Service, which you kind of think of, yes, you're our final. Oh, wait, that's under them. They have, it's under the Department of the, so it doesn't really matter. There's no way the Rangers. Nope. Oh, there's 5 Rangers. Nope. Let's go ahead and fire those guys. It's that simple, because there's nobody there. That's part of why he did what he did. Whenever he released all, I mean, I don't want to go on about it. I just go on about myself all day long.
No, but he did. He's paving a way for making a path for him to not have anyone who can put roadblocks in his way and stand up in front of him and stop what he wants to happen. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty clear.
One would think, now somebody in the chat mentioned, and I do appreciate this, Woodinson, I do appreciate the CIA. That's fantastic. If the CIA were going to stop them, because CIA deals with international stuff as to where the FBI deals mostly with national stuff, the CIA are the people who would have identified him and arrested him as a traitor to the United States whenever he was running for his first campaign and he was under investigation for his connections to Russia. If the CIA was going to get him, they would have. It would have been done a long. His very first sin, if you will, as the president, was being a traitor to Russia, talking to Russia, using Russia to help him get elected, all this business. So the CIA either really dropped the ball, I mean, so hard, or because of the Epstein stuff and the people at the top and being in control, wanting to put Trump in charge, told them to hold off so they could get Trump in charge so they could get rid of the Epstein files that were coming to port. That's what Trump did in his first term. He actually sealed the Trumpstein files. And that's why Biden couldn't open them, because they were sealed, waiting for an election or waiting for a trial. And then that trial happened and they were no longer sealed. And then Donald Trump finally got forced into releasing them this time. But it was Donald Trump's Supreme Court that sealed those. So whenever people go, how come Biden didn't release them? Well, because Donald Trump sealed them up with his lapdog. She's like, screw him. You know, guys, I got to tell you, we have got tech gremlins are all over us, all over the place today. So yeah, I don't know what happened. She's gone now. Did I lose the internet? Is she back? Did I lose all of you? Says we're still on air. All right, here we go. Let's see what's happening. All right, too many buttons. Nah, I didn't do it. I don't think it's my fault this time. She lost electricity. That's the excuse I was going to use too. Oh shit, that means your computer just went. Because I got a nickel says you don't have it on a battery backup. Unless well, of course, I don't know. It might be a laptop. All right. So Flockmeister wouldn't, if Jefferson or Lincoln did the same as Trump, there would have been civil war. Ha 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 ha. That's funny. There was civil war. Kelly Shearer, most folks are elderly and just village people. There are so many things that are going on over in that part of the world, but really all of it leads back to what's going on here in the United States. And I'm going to try to keep sorry, if anybody's raised their hand on the Discord, I'm sorry, I'm still learning to watch it. So bear with me. But so far, there we go. All right, my friends. And Ryan will be back in just a moment. Let's see. Glad you're still with us, Ryan. Yes. Okay. Okay, good. Didn't just her. Gotcha. All right, we're so good. There does seem to be a stupid long delay, though. I don't know if it's the interwebs or what. One of the things, I'm actually doing Julius Caesar right now, or I'm auditioning for Julius Caesar. And a lot of people don't think about it. Julius Caesar, he got betrayed by the Senate, right? They all stabbed him to death. Tu brute! Then fall Caesar. You know what I mean? But when you stop and look at what's going on in the play, they have a republic. It's Democratic Republic. As democratic as that. It's a republic. It's not us. They don't have a king. And now Caesar's essentially forcing himself. He's getting rid of the democracy. He's destroying their democracy and bringing in a theocracy, not a theocracy, but a dictatorship. And so the people in the Senate realize what's going on. Essentially, he's like Trump. And even in the first part of the play, there's this one of these characters is talking about how the character Julius Caesar, he kind of played to the crowd, you know, he kind of fainted. They did all these kinds of things. And he said, some of these women said that they loved him so much and all this. I'm not doing a very good job of this. Essentially, though, the character says you don't really need to pay attention to their opinion of Caesar, because even if he stabbed their own children, they would still cheer for him. So many different ways, this sounds like Trump. Okay. Now, I got another one for you, my friends. I got another one for you. Peep this, my homies. I was at the auditions last night, and I just found this out last night. But Julius Caesar, oh, Mark Comstock, if you're watching, man. I haven't even told the evil one about this. Julius Caesar is being, you know how they tend to set the plays like it was originally 1500, but anyway, Julius Caesar is going to be set in 1930s Germany. Good on you, Mark. Good on you. So I also want to mention the king of Germany is often called, or used to be called, the Kaiser before, I guess king, if you want to equate it to that. We say Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar probably would have called himself Kaiser with a hard C. So Kaiser. Interesting stuff. The movie Rome is excellent, says Kelly Shearer, and entertaining. I'm not sure how accurate it is. Yeah. That's kind of one of the, I really enjoy some of those movies, you know. Master and Commander is a great movie. I just don't know how accurate it is, kind of thing. Let's see, Roman emperors in long history. Yes. Kaiser, Caesar, yep, also Tsar. Yeah, I can see how it comes from Tsar. Yeah, Caesar, Tsar, that is cool. Yeah, Tsar. Fascinating, Miss Brie. Miss Ember, I didn't realize that. Czar. Fascinating. Let's see. Fern Lovebond is here. Let me get this up over here. Make sure I got everywhere where I can see them. William Graves. Like I said, I had a pretty good weekend. I did some auditions. Went well. You know, we'll see. It's one of those deals where I'm one of those people where if I don't get like absolutely the top role, I'm always like, oh, I'm so sad, I must suck. Rather than going, you know, everybody else is okay with getting like a mid-level role or any of that other business. They don't seem to mind. They're like, oh, hey, but for some reason, I'm one of those people. So as the older I get, I'm more like, okay, I'm chilling out a little bit, Hail Kaiser, says Carlos Valdez. That's right. Let me see here. And I think Ryan is still having problems, guys, with electricity. So apologies for that. As I mentioned, in case you're new or just checking back with us, we're going to switch from the phone lines to the Discord. There's a link in the top of the Discord. Now, if you're already a member of our Discord server, then you just go down to the stage and click it. But if you're not, then we have a link up there where you can come in and if you want to talk and ask us questions, ask an atheist or whatever, let me yell at you or something if you're into that sort of thing. Then go ahead, move on over to Discord. We're going to give that a try. Hypatia Stanhope says, like that movie about Richard III set in 1930s Germany. Yeah, and they just did Coriolanus here in Albuquerque, and Coriolanus is really kind of the same thing. It's about a tyrant. And so something tells me the creative figures somewhere in the chain in the New Mexico Shakespeare Festival are trying to say something. Subtle they are not. When I heard last night it was going to be 1930 Germany, I was like, that made me want to be in Julius Caesar even more at that point. And I auditioned for the role of Caesar. I mean, amongst several others, of course, but I mean, you know how they have you read for several roles. So they had me read for Caesar. I was called back for Caesar. Render unto Caesar. That's actually the Bible, I think, is that which is Caesar's, but they're like, don't go, Caesar. And Caesar's like, I'm going, bitches. Caesar shall go forth. It looks like Flocky is here. Flockmeister, let's see if we can hear you. I am learning. I'm going to right-click the thing, invite to speak. Is that how that works? I'm looking here for move. We just started doing this, right? So I'm going to go invite to speak and just see. So now can you come up? Do you see me, Flocky? Can you come up? Flockmeister, the chick magnate. No? Yeah, there's Flocky. Good morning.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Clockmaster, you're on the
I
air.
don't have any. Oh, I know what.
Hello? Okay, yeah, just checking. Okay, yeah. Maybe it's your sound. I'll blame you this time because my little light is green. Other people say they hear me, so I'm going to blame you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I can't hear you. I just switch it to the speaker, but I don't see that. Change audio output.
Yeah.
Okay, here.
Yeah. There you go.
Speaker.
Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Okay, got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent.
We used to do a thing on Friday night, and I figured out how to do it, but it was hidden. I couldn't find it. Oh, anyway, I did Julius Caesar at the university where I worked in 1994, I think. And
Did you Julius Caesar? Say that again. I'm sorry.
I was in a production of Julius Caesar.
Awesome.
I worked at the university, and I was taking theater classes, and so I did like 4 productions with them. I got parts in 4 productions, and 3 of them were Shakespeare.
Really? Well, that's
So
awesome.
I did Julius Caesar, Taming of the Shrew, and Much Ado About Nothing. That was the first one I did. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, that's cool. Which one was your
The
favorite?
best thing was going. I think Much Ado.
Okay.
It was my first Shakespeare, and I had just started working there a year before, and my advisor was directing the play, so I saw him about theater classes, and he was a guy named Chris. He was a British guy. He wrote a column for one of the Chicago newspapers. He was a really, really fun guy, very creative. Trying to think of his last name, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. We had a big party at his house, big cast party. So
awesome.
The costumes were just crazy. Yeah, they did. The costumes were like the combination of medieval and the Jetsons. I had this big
Really?
collar.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they have these ruffs that go around your neck? Well, this was just like a big disc, a big gold disc.
Oh.
That around my neck that just kind of flopped down onto my shoulders, and then I had a big purple housecoat looking thing. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about doing, especially Shakespeare, is the costumes. Not last year, I didn't do one last year. Year before last, I was in The Tempest, and I got to play King Alonzo, and that was just the coolest costume. I mean, it was just fantastic. I'm looking to see if I can find a photograph of it here. If I can find a photograph, I'll post it. But yeah, that's my favorite part. I've never done a comedy though. Well, I guess The Tempest is a comedy. I don't really see it as I guess it is. I've done The Tempest, so normally I do the serious ones.
Oh, my favorite costume was Taming of the Shrew. I was a Baptista. I was the girl's father.
Okay.
So what they did, I was older than the students. I was in my 30s, almost 40 at some point. And so I played the old men, the fathers and uncles. And so I was the uncle in Much Ado. So
I see.
yeah, that costume was beautiful.
Was it? Yeah, those can be so much. I watch a lot of them whenever I prepare for an audition. I'll watch quite a few plays. I do quite a lot of it, and sadly, none of the plays I have done are on the internet. But I spoke to the directors of this year's production, and they may let me record it and put it on their YouTube channel for them. And that would be very cool. Even if I don't get in the role, I may not get a role, man. There was so many people there auditioning. I may not get a role, and I won't be ashamed if I did or if I don't. But either way, they may hopefully let me start recording it for them. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Let me go here.
Just a side note, just one more. After like a year or two after I did Baptista in Taming of the Shrew, I was in a community theater production of Kiss Me Kate, playing the same character and the actor that played the character. That was a lot of fun.
It sounds like it. Those are some of my most bittersweet memories are always those of ending a play. You know, it's been a long run. You're ready to be done, but then you look back on it, you're like, man, that was so much fun. The after party cast and all that. You know what I mean? It's always so much fun, but then always love looking back on it. Hey, look who we found, Flockmeister. We found Rion.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, Flockmeister? Thanks for calling.
Yeah, I'm doing good. At the end of the run, Strike was like the catharsis. You know, you're kind of worked out. You were sad, but had something to do. So it just was a nice combination of activity and emotion.
Yeah.
So by the end of the day, you were kind of tired and you kind of come to terms with it. So
True.
I like it.
Go ahead. Say again.
I said I like Strike. I didn't mind doing Strike. Yeah, it was part of the process. So.
Oh yeah, Strike for us. Whenever I do the Shakespeare Festival, is usually in July or August. Usually August. Here in Southwest, it's hot. It's stupid hot. They usually want to meet down there about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. It's outside because it's a stage at the Veterans Memorial Park, and so you're out in the hot sun tearing down a wooden stage. But I do it every year. It's fun. I get a kick out of Strike.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much. You know, unless I go on and on about stuff, but it was fun. I was really excited to finally do some Shakespeare. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you can get back into it, get back into it. It's always cool. I dig it anyway.
I know. Yeah. I can't remember. My short-term memory is shot.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The last full stage production I did, last main character I did, I went up. I was a blank. And then I did one more. I did a really small part. I did Arsenic and Old Lace. And I had done it twice. The first time I was Teddy Brewster. And then this one I was just the guy that almost gets killed, the old guy that comes in and Mortimer chases him away so he doesn't get poisoned. But I just had a couple lines and it was tough. You've seen it, right? You know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea. No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, Arsenic and Old Lace? Oh my God, it's a community theater staple.
Almost all I do. Yeah, I know this is going to sound a little maybe pretentious, but all I do is Shakespeare. I don't do theater. I just do Shakespeare. Me and the evil one are talking about me going forward and doing regular plays now. Because I'm on a roll. Yeah. I'm getting into a good, comfortable place as an actor, but normally I just do Shakespeare. We're going to take a quick break. I got to take a quick break. Flocky, thank you for popping in and visitating with us for some things. Whenever we come back in just a minute, we're going to try to actually get on topic and talk about some sort of religious nonsense. We'll figure it out. So thank you, Flocky.
I just had to brag. I just had to brag a little bit, reminisce.
Oh yeah. Well, people already think you're smarter that you said you do Shakespeare, and then of course you said you can't remember shit, so then we think you're dumb. But that's okay. You won't remember later anyway.
I remember emotions, but I can't remember information.
Mm-hmm. Understood.
So,
understood. Well, thank you very much. Let's see real quick. Where was there a lot of Shakespeare, tyrants in Shakespeare? Yeah, well, I'll answer a couple of these questions whenever we get back. I really don't want to You know, I get you, my friends. We can talk Shakespeare. I can talk Shakespeare all day long, but people are like, man, where's the atheist nonsense we're looking for? So in a minute, let's do the second one of our Wild Bill 2, and we'll be back. Hello, and welcome to Shakespeare with a Redneck. Finally, I'm Wild Bill Wigglestick, and this is my trusty sidekick, Willie the Kid. And we'll be your handsome hosts, your gilded guide, your cowboys, concierges to Shakespeare. Oh, how cute. Wait, is that at 2, Ollie? Run along, little doggy. Bill, where the hell have you been? Well, you know, I've been roaming the earth, going back and forth upon it, to and fro and whatnot. Ah, I like to travel too. Wait a second. Yep, back and forth upon earth, doing unto others before they do unto me. Bill, are you quoting the Bible? Trying to quote the Bible? Indeed I am. Despite my appearance, I am a man of culture and know many things, not just Shakespeare. Really? So you have a Shakespeare monologue related to atheism or skepticism? Indeed I do. Bear witness. Oh, this is going to be good. This is the excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the product of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and stars, as if we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treacherous by spherical predominance, drunkards, liars, and adulterers by an enforced obedience of planetary influence. And all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of whoremaster man to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. My father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major, so that it follows I am rough and lecherous. I should have been that I am, had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Wow, that really is spot on about what we cover here on the channel, about how, you know, people... So here's a quick rundown of the situation. Bill, this non-believer, ignores the teachings of his learned father and ends up getting 4 people killed. Bill, that's not... Okay. Carry on. Shakespeare was a heathenistic non-believer bound for the fiery pits of hell, just like yourselves. I don't think. And in order to throw the murderous church of the time off his heathen trail, he writes the skeptic as a sneaking, lying, adulterated father and brother, hating and betraying villain who ends up getting his comeuppance in the end. Bill, oh, come on, man. You're always blah, blah, Bible stuff, blah, blah, boring. You got to spice things up. Bill, tacos are spicy. Everybody loves tacos. Bill, tacos and boobies. Okay, you're not wrong there either. Tasty and delicious culture, baby, coming at you. Avoid the storm of familial discontent. Blow winds and clap your cheeks by clicking that subscribe button and hitting that. Wait a second. Don't you mean crack your cheeks? Nope. Bill, send safely, my friends. Take care.
Peace.
All right, we are back. The evil one is trying to send me some photographs from whenever I was in the Shakespeare Festival. Oh, there we go. Well, she sent it to my text. I got to figure out how to send it to my computer so I can get it for you guys. But I managed to move one of them over. So let me see if I can get it up for you real quick and show it to you. And of course, you're going to be one of those. Drum roll, please. Are you going to be one of those kind of jerks? Just fucking open the thing already. Yay, there it is. Okay. Okay. All right, so hold on a second. This is Le Moi. All right, hold on. Share screen. Let's go. It'll take it a minute to come through, love. Share. Okay, and there I am. In my costume. It's hard to see, isn't it? Come on, zoom in, turkey. There we go.
Okay, so like the sleeves are separated from the vest. Got this thing. It's all purpley and cool.
Oh, wow.
I got these fancy boots and yeah. I was playing.
See.
Yeah, King Alonzo. And
Super fancy.
I know. The evil one is sending me some emails with I'm sure they're just taking a moment to come through. And I'll try to show you a couple more whenever I get them as they come. We'll see. Let me get Flockmaster down. Do I still have that up on the screen? Sorry, Flocky, for rushing you off. I had a thing. You know how it is when we have things. Let me get this over here. But I appreciate you guys using the Discord. Thank you for testing it with us and giving it a try. And I'm glad it's working for people. I'm glad it works. Scotty's probably just delighted. We've been goofing off and not doing the Discord forever. I hope it gets our Discord community kind of rocking. Be nice. We've got a good team there.
It's bonus points,
Yeah.
A twofer.
That's right. Did you go as Shiogorath? I don't know what that is. Shiogorath? Shiogorath. I don't know what that is. Oh, those look like pricey. They look pricey, don't they? But they ain't. They were just kind of like this, I want to call it stage plastic kind of boots. And man, woo, the sweat. Remember, July and August, outside in the sun. And then, they're knee-high boots. So every time after every show, I'd turn them inside out. They're just full of sweat and spray them. And it looked good. Felt bad. Looked good and felt bad. Yeah.
Oof, uncomfortable.
It was très uncomfortable. Let's see here. My mail's probably just getting stuck, I guess, maybe what's going on. But yeah, it's go ahead.
And the wardrobe is provided by them, or do you have to have the attire?
Oh, no, they provide the wardrobe. Yeah. Okay. They'll even, depending on the production, they usually, they'll always have you measured, and some wardrobe people do the thing. I mean, unless it's, 5 guys on a stage and you're all just bringing your own thing. But, if it's any kind of real production, they'll always have some wardrobe. Now, they will use yours if it's appropriate. If you got something that, if it's a play about today, this year, this era, and you've got clothes you want to use, some of them might let you use them. But let's see. Vincent DeVecchi is here. Question. Where do you guys stand on creation? Not religious. I mean, the word create.
The word create? Are you speaking of what specifically it says in Genesis, or just in general?
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah. Create. I don't know. Yeah. You're confusing me here. You're on the wrong channel. Justin, the Deconstruction Zone, that's the Smart People channel. Shiogorath, there's the dead prince of insanity from the Elder Scrolls. Maybe we just resemble each other a lot. Like creation can't happen. I don't understand what it happened. I don't. Anyway, I'm sure I'll catch up. I'll understand, Vincent. Good morning, Vincent. Thank you for joining us today, by the way. Let's see. He dresses. I tell you what. If I could dress like that, I would. I'd dress really cool if I could. But you'd see me at Walmart in some sort of old weird shit. And you'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with that guy?" Yeah.
It's like I filmed on TikTok.
I saw this girl the other day. I have, my ability to determine a person's age has just dissipated the older I get. So I'm going to say somewhere between the ages of 16 and 37. Anyway, so this individual is rather tiny, and she had a tail, a furry tail. It was about this long. It was tied to her belt. It wasn't, one of those that were inserted tail kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about, if you know what I'm talking about. It was, and I was like, wow, and she's just going through Walmart with her tail hanging out like that. I thought that was kind of cool. If you're into that sort, if she's into that sort of thing, I guess she's braver than I am, because I won't go out there wearing, I do have medieval blouse that a man wears during Shakespeare. I've got one of those. It's black and lace up and all, but I damn sure wouldn't wear it to Walmart.
No fluffy pirate shirt.
Exactly. Well, I do have that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I've got that. I'm just not going to wear it. But no, if I had matching boots. Yeah, if I had the boots and the slat pants, and the belt, if I had the whole get up, I might be. Yeah. And what are they going to do at Walmart? Nothing.
You could pull like a what's it called? What's the pirate guy called? What's his name? Johnny Depp. That one.
Yes,
Sorry.
Johnny Depp. Yes. His character.
Yeah, his character on. What was that damn movie?
Pirates of the Caribbean. It was Jack Sparrow.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, that's right.
Jack Sparrow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could do that.
I could do that. I would. I ain't feared. Let me ask you. So while I've got you for a moment, where are you? You finished Deep Space Nine. What have you moved on to?
Okay. So we moved on to the new Star Trek
Academy
that just started.
Mm-hmm.
With the younger group. Yeah. And then so we finished that. And then we started back watching Andromeda.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. You're going way back. Andromeda. I've never finished Andromeda. I've never finished it.
No,
it's well, do you know who Kevin Sorbo is, right? He's a right-wing piece of shit, religious Christian nutbag. He's the main character. Yeah, the main actor.
Tell me that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's one of those. He came out against gay people and all this other business or something, talking about how it was a bad influence on kids and then somebody posted an image of him as, I think it's Hercules, is that the character? Or whomever. No, as Hercules, yeah. Kissing another man. And he's like, oh, so you don't mind it whenever you're getting paid to do it. And so, yeah, but he's one of those. Very Kirk Cameron-ish, really right-wing Christian religious nutbag. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
That's not why I couldn't get through it. That's not. I just don't remember
you just didn't like it.
I don't remember. It's been a long time. Back when I watched it, it was one of those deals where it was like, what do you call it, Napster, and you had to download the episodes.
Yeah.
So that's probably had more to do with it. Yeah.
Hours for something to download. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's crazy days. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It's not a bad show. It's I don't know. It's very goofy. It's kind of goofy right now. But we'll see where it goes.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, if you're not afeared of older shows like that, matter of fact, as soon as you're done with this one, don't go to a newer show. I'm saying, just do that. Go to Babylon 5. Go watch Babylon 5 because you won't mind the graphics because they're dated. They are dated, but it's the overall story. Oh, it's a wonderful story. I didn't lie to you at Deep Space Nine. I wouldn't lie to you with Babylon 5. I will, but I will be open and upfront and honest with you in that the first season of Babylon 5 can be rough. Can be rough, but then like Stargate. Remember Stargate? The first episode or season was rough.
Yes, Stargate was hard for me. But also Deep Space Nine took a little bit to get even into a groove, like season 2, 3 before it really. So
Babylon 5.
I can hold out.
Yeah, Babylon 5 doesn't. I mean, kind of the story of Babylon 5 gets going early. It's got a lot of setup. It's good. The real main issue I have with the first season is Michael O'Hare, the original actor who played the captain of the show, the main lead of the show. He's just a hard watch, and I appreciate the actor as an actor and all of these other things, but he was going through things in his life and having problems and difficulties that is too beyond the scope of our show to go into, and it just, you'll see what I mean. It's difficult, and it's just really because of him. There's so many other things going on. Jakar, Londo, they are just fantastic characters. You'll know what I mean if you ever get there. What's that?
Does he get
killed in the show or in the show? No. He does leave as the commander after the first season.
I see.
But he takes on a different role, and this is an overarching universe. It's a really huge thing. It's huge. And just trust me, he doesn't go, I don't want to tell you because it's spoil things.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's spoil things in case you get there. Yeah. Because, he did have to step away. And the writer he had prepared for that. I actually heard the evil one in there a minute ago whenever I was suggesting Babylon 5. She was making some sort of noises. They were not happy sounding noises. I'm not sure if she was talking about. Well, I'm pretty sure she was talking about that though. And the reason why, let me tell you a story, my friends. I got her to watch Babylon 5. And let's just say we watched the first season. It was a time when, how do I say it without saying it? Let's just say it was a bad time for her to watch the first season of Babylon 5. And so it didn't work out. But it's just one of those things. I can't tell you. I'll tell you, Ryan, in a minute. I'll tell you. Me and you, we go over as much as I can say. Vesta Free is here. Wait a second. The Happy Heretic and all these fancy people. Thank you, Happy Heretic, for being on both of them. Let me see what's going on. Darn it. Damn thing.
I didn't. I forgot since I came back that I didn't put my splits. I was like, what's different? Something's not right.
I see. Thank you, Evil One. She did send. Let's see if I can bring this. Can I make this bigger, more gooder? I want to show y'all some more images if I can. All right, damn thing of me in my costume from The Tempest. Oh shit! There we go. It's smaller, you damn thing. Okay. Apparently, it doesn't want to cooperate with me, but I'm going to share it with you. So here we go. Let's go here. There we go. Okay, so it's just going to be a jerk. Anyway, I've got more pictures. They're very cool of me, and I think it's just kind of being the way it's just an email thing. Let me go here and open. Abre. Will it open?
I hate email. I don't check my email.
Okay,
I got like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of emails.
I hear you. All right, so I got it. Let me see if I can show you guys this, and you will. And I actually do have. You asked me once before if I have a play from the King Lear I was in. There were people who did not want their performances to be put on the internet, and that's why I can't just upload it. I can, however, get little clips of and show that to you guys, and I'll probably do that one of these days, maybe. So let me make that a little bigger for you. Thank you, Evil One, for sharing the images. Let's see if I can highlight that. Oopsies. And it's more bigger. And so now that's me. I had a sword. It's a sword, isn't it? It's not a sword, it's a sword. And there's me looking all specified. And then, just more of me in there. Yeah, I know, right? You see how you can see the blouse shirt underneath?
Very handsome.
And thank you. And these sleeves are not attached. They're held together by satiny strings that hold the sleeves to the vest. It's really nice. I wish they'd see. You can kind of see it here.
Yeah.
The sleeve isn't even attached. It's just got several. Yeah.
Is that from the time period, or is that just something that they dreamt up?
Oh no, you can see it. Yeah, you'll see it like in Shakespeare in Love. You'll see it and stuff like that. It's a good example of it. It's not as that fancy to be fair, but very cool. That was a very good experience. That was my least favorite character that I've ever played. And really a lot of it just kind of had to do. Let's see, are we still sharing? Let's unshare if we can. Boop. A lot of it had to, here again, we are back. A lot of it had to do with, my character essentially walks around an island going, whoa, where's my son? Whoa, where's my son? Where's my son? A lot of times you're spent while other people over there dialoguing, you're just over here sitting here going, looking out into the ocean and see if you found your son. It's because he starts in a shipwreck and he loses his son in the shipwreck. So they're walking around looking for the other survivors. So for me, it was a good part, but it was
just not a lot of range.
Yeah. Really, to be fair, to be honest, but I did look cool. I have to say, I did look good. I got to be a king.
Very cool.
Yeah. I got to audition with a competitor of mine, a personal competitor of mine. And then whenever I got the king role and he got the Gonzalo role, he quit the play.
No way.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Damn. That was funny.
Yeah.
That makes me feel good. Like,
well, you know, there are times. Haters. Well, there are times whenever you decide you want to not do a play because reasons. If there are a couple of roles on this one that I got to say, man, I got to drive a long way. I got to put a lot of effort into this play to do it. And if they're just going to have me come up there and say 3 lines, it's really, no offense to anybody, and they would certainly understand, it's not worth it for me to do that. If it's a meaty role, I'll do it. But I'm not going to take that lesser role and then drop it later for some whimsy, you know, anyway. So not to go there. I'm just saying it was a good experience. Let's see. Lil of all trades is here. Shipwrecks attract mermaids.
I think Lil is a mermaid secretly.
I don't think
I've
it's
never
such a
seen her
secret.
eat. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There's that.
There is that. Yeah. Okay. Disco Poppy has made it back. Where you been, Disco Poppy? Thank you for joining us. Coming back on the things. Zarcross is here. Let me see what else we've got going on. I didn't really come up with a theme for today. I was kind of distracted and sapped from all the things going on over the weekend. So whenever I came in this morning, I just like, let's do a call-in show. And it's not even a call-in show since we don't have a live phone number. It's just our Discord. So we're just doing Discord. So I was like, bad, Chris. One of the things that, you know, we have been talking about a little bit is the Trump and all that war stuff and all that other business. But I got my haircut yesterday. And I had a very...
I was going to say something.
Yes.
It looks very good. It looks nice.
Yes,
I like it.
Thank you. And the individual who cut my hair for the very first time, he'd never cut my hair before. We started talking about atheism, and we were asking questions, and it was an interesting experience to have somebody so interested in person. I don't talk to too many strangers about it.
Right.
It does happen, but not, you know. But he took it well. He's really interested. Had good questions. You know, he was like, "What's it like to be an atheist?" I'm like, "Well, it tingles at first. There's an itch, usually in the crotch area." Well, you know, I kind of went with
I think you might have.
I kind of hit him with do you believe Zeus is a god? And he said, well, no. And I was like, that's how it is. That's how it feels. Just like that. That's how it feels. Yeah.
Unbothered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was I like those easy questions. Chemical Squirrel is here. Good morning, Chemical Squirrel. Thank you for joining us.
Flockmeister says his name's still up. I didn't even realize. It is
still. Damn it, Chris.
Are you sure you're not on the line, Flockmeister?
Are you sure? We were getting credit for it. Either way, you're getting credit. Chris George says, of the Roman Empire. Oh, man, it jumped, Chris. I was going to read your shit that time, brother. I promise I was. Maybe even the whole thing. But it moved. 1,000 apologies. It's gone forever. Oh, yeah. Here he is. Chris George. Of the Roman Empire, that the rapture is invention. Rational Wiki. Revelation, one left behind, is the 70 CE destruction of the temple and environs. Yeah, sure. Don't you know? Sounds good. I'll buy it. Sounds good to me.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Especially, you know, of the Roman Empire. If you yourself have talked about seeing that whole Caesar's Messiah from Joseph Atwill about how I find that I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
Fun. Yeah, I want to rewatch it too. I have a lot of list, but I think it's worth just thinking about.
Yeah. One of the things that I learned a long time ago, I would apply this to the Joseph Atwill's thing. I actually had him on the show. He was the very last guest I had on the last show. But I might watch his program again and then go see on the internet if I can find a video debunking it. And the reason why I like to do that is because I used to, as a younger person, I really used to be into the ancient alien things. One of those things that I wanted to be real. And you see all these things like the carving of the astronaut on the tomb and all that business. And so I watched a whole bunch of videos. I've seen a whole bunch of these things. And then one day I sit down and watched this 3-hour video on YouTube. You can probably find it out there. And it just kind of explained all of these things, how that wasn't an astronaut. That was a guy in the tree of life. And he was doing this and he was sniffing. And it just explained how it all fit in. It's all normal. And it went through and it just debunked his 3 hours ago. So it just debunked all that ancient alien crap. And ever since then, I kind of, whenever something like that, so it's like the Joseph Atwill, I'm going to go watch and see if there's somebody that debunks it just for fun. Sees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should do. You might have trouble finding somebody who's debunking it from the scholarly viewpoint versus like the apologist viewpoint, but you'll definitely find a plethora. I would assume, actually.
That's the cool thing about us. We know the difference. I know what I'm looking for. Me and you. Yeah.
But seriously, like when you're just starting, when you don't know, it's difficult sometimes to find what you're really looking for through the garbage. No offense, apology. Offense.
There's also things like the whole mythicism thing. I'm not terribly versed on the mythicism thing. I know John Gleason, and John Gleason is him and Richard Carrier are very into the mythicism thing. It's their whole bag, and I kind of like. I like to lean on the experts whenever I don't know. Sorry, Dr. Kip, man, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I gave you shit. And normally I like to lean on the experts when I don't know. So there's that.
Yeah, I always say that I can't say for 100% certainty that he existed, but I can't say that he didn't.
Right.
Seems like a guy named Jesus existed. There was lots of them. There was lots of messiahs.
Right.
I just feel like the person in the Bible is conflated, and I don't know, because they say there's sayings that he had, and I just think there's a possibility that there was all these different ideas kind of being sunk into one after the temple fell. It was a monumental thing that happened.
Yeah.
So, life shattering.
Yeah, it's more complex than so many people actually realize.
That's the best way to put it, Chris. I think it's very complex.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. The whole alien, let's see, and my hair is still the same length. Oh. They were talking about the guy who goes, aliens, it's all from aliens. Well, again, that was one of the things. But then whenever you stop and think about it, I've thought about this myself, and now it kind of gets you to where you're like, all right, so we've got humans sort of like me, or less like our intelligence level, roughly, running around on this planet for the last 100,000 years. And we just started building shit 2,000 years ago. You got muted. I got all quiet. I can't hear you now. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I hit the button. That's my fault. I don't know. I hit the button, or I did know. I don't know. Maybe I did know. But anyway, yeah. They like to say that they left that information for us. Okay, well, what the heck took us?
Right.
What took us thousands of years to get to here?
Right. Well, even if we give them that, so let's just take the aliens out of it, though. It did take us 100,000 years, and we finally got together. We finally got organized. We finally got enough stuff together to where we started building cities. I mean, just you alone out in the desert with 300 of your closest friends and no modern technology, and that's all you got. It didn't take you a long time to build a large civilization out of that. Anyway, so it's really kind of hard to blame them. Let me see. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see what happened.
Oh, oopsie. I'm dropping stuff over here.
I don't know what happened to my screen. Anyway. I changed up my shit recently, guys. I don't like it. Jesus represents John Hyrcanus the second. Oh, well, what I was going to say, there's also about so we've got John Gleason and we've got Richard Carrier, who are the mythicists who don't believe Jesus actually physically existed. He was just a myth who became somehow converted over to a real person. That'd be interesting. Then there's Bart Ehrman and his philosophical group of people who think Jesus was a real person based on X, Y, and Z. And it's like, you know, you ever see those images of, what is it, like Krishna and Jesus fighting or something, or you know, the cartoon memes of Jesus fighting with like Ganesh. That's kind of how I think about it whenever I think about Bart Ehrman and Richard Carrier. There's this rivalry over who's right and who's wrong, and mythicism, and anyway. So, but as far as I know, I kind of have always leaned with the John Gleason, and I'd have to know more though. Really.
Yeah.
But whenever,
I just
like,
wonder what that's all about. Like, what's the wall up about? Why is it such a hard no? I'm wondering about that.
Oh, you mean for the mythicists? I think it's probably
from the scholarship side. Like, what are you? Why are you so sunk that you can't ask some of these questions?
Right. Well, I think with the ones that are into the believing he didn't exist, it's sort of like the mythicists. It's sort of like you and I sometimes when the people call in and we're like, well, there was no contemporary record, there was no this, there was no that. And so why should we believe that he was actually a real person at the time, whenever the closest, but then, well, and see, that's kind of what gets me, right? Why I'm talking about looking at the Joseph Atwell's thing and then looking at the debunkers. Now, after all this, makes me would like to look into Bart Ehrman's side of it and go, well, what does this individual, because Bart, I mean, they're both like doctors of biblical whatever, like Dr. Kip, you know.
Yeah. Theology,
and so
and stuff.
For some reason, Bart Ehrman is sold into it to the point to where he's convinced that Jesus was a real person, not maybe a deity, but a real person. Mm-hmm. Why is he convinced? What convinced him? I'd like to know. You know, if there's something there. Oh, John, go ahead.
What was John Hudson saying? Something?
Just that Dr. Josh has also got some good works to watch too.
Oh yeah, Dr. Josh, Megan, they have a really good channel. Lots of information too. Yeah, they've probably done some stuff on that because Dr. Megan, right? Because she's the one who runs Bart Ehrman's podcast. Dr. Josh.
Oh, does she?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
she's got the British. I'm pretty sure it's British accent. You've probably seen her. She's got a British accent, and but she's the host, and they do all kinds of broadcasts, but obviously about Jesus, because that's I think that's kind of like his big shtick. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
People love him for that. Like he's usually like the first recommendation you're ever going to get.
Josh?
Like that's probably one of the first names I ever was told to look into.
Gotcha. Well, you know, it's very interesting. Now I kind of feel that it sounds like I remember somehow feeling like Dr. Josh or Dr. Kip and Dr. Carrier were somehow at odds. And now I understand why. Yeah, it makes sense now why they would be. Because if Dr. Josh and Megan, who are associated with Dr. Kip, are with Bart Ehrman, then they're philosophically opposed to John Gleason and Carrier. Not that they're going to fight in an alley or anything like that. It'd be fun to watch. I'd watch that. I put my money on John.
I think that I think there's some like other stuff going on there too, like with Carrier, but I don't know exactly, so it's not something I'm gonna talk about. But I mean, there is that schism, and I do feel like there's more people who just kind of feel like, well, it makes more sense that he was a real person, because why would you have this 4 gospels written about him, and why would a guy write these letters about him? So that would be their evidence of sorts.
I see Ember says that Dr. Kip doesn't like Dr. Carey because of academic malfeasance, not personal bias. I don't really know. I don't know that there's a problem between these two guys. Guys, I was just I was like, wait a second. If these guys are into this and those, I've never seen them argue. I've never seen either one of them say anything bad about each other. All I'm saying is that because Dr. Kip is associated with Dr. Bowen, who's associated with Dr. What's his name? Ehrman, which I didn't know until just now. Then that makes them philosophically opposed to Dr. Carey or John. Mm-hmm. That's all. So if there's some sort of grudge match out there, I don't know nothing about it. However, this does bring to mind, was it, and because of academic malfeasance, I don't know about that. However, if I remember correctly, and please correct me if I'm wrong, was there not alleged allegations of sexual assault against Dr. Carrier concerning people who were going to his signings and stuff like that in his speeches? Am I wrong in that? And if I could be completely wrong in that, I should probably look this shit up instead of talking.
Yeah, let's say allegedly.
Yes, allegedly.
I feel like I allegedly
remember
that might be ringing the bell now after hearing that, but again, I don't know. So
yeah, I got a headache. Hold on a second.
Okay.
It was just weird. We'll just call it a stroke for now. Let me check my monitor and make sure my face isn't slumping on one side. It's probably the light. The way the light got me. Let's see.
Spell your name for me.
No. It's too hard. It's long. It's a very long name. Let's see. So apparently there were some allegations, lawsuits, that sort of thing. But again, I don't know anything about that. I'm sure all of these things are beyond the scope of. All right, so let me just guess something. My hair here, this is bothering me. It's going to bother me the whole time until I just make that little bastard go down. Okay. It doesn't matter about what happened. All right, so let's say Dr. Carrier cheated on all of his exams. Let's say he actually got arrested and thrown away forever for essaying somebody. That's all fantastic. Whatever. It doesn't make him wrong. None of that makes him wrong in his argument about whether or not Jesus actually was real. He could still be right about that and wrong about all these other things. But I want to know. I'd like to get some looking into it. And I tell you, I've had so much going on with these auditions. But over the weekend, it was Friday, actually. So it was before the audition. My brain was melting. I needed a break. I was actually watching Dr. Kip and them. And I was this close to buying his digital book, the book that you showed. And the reason why is because of that same thing I've got going on in my head about, I'm taking all these calls, I'm talking to these people now, and I'm doing this, and I think I need to know more than I know. And I just feel like that's a reliable source. If I'm going to go somewhere, as somebody, at least I know this guy, even if, he even said hi to me one day in the chat. So I know he's not like hating on me. But I actually know him. So if I have questions, I can go, hey, dude, what about this and this and this? And he'd be able to tell me, and
the digital, I'm guessing, is you can search, right?
Oh, yeah.
I love the books, but I do so much research on the computer, and I'm so used to being able to use that function, Control F, and eek, that saves me so much time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do it too. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to pop this over. We're going to do a little bit of a commercial. I think we've already done Wild Bill 1 and 2 today. Let's do our post-mortem baptismal kits, and we'll be back in just a minute, guys, and we'll round out the show. Do you have a loved one who's on their deathbed, but they've yet to give themselves up to the Lord?
Are you sure you don't want to come to Jesus?
No.
This is your final chance.
No. Worried they're headed to the fiery pits of hell.
Your very last chance.
No, I've been wicked and sinful. I deserve to burn in the hot place.
As you wish. Farewell, my heathen husband.
Farewell, my Well, fear not, my wayward child. Introducing Father Flanagan's line of post-mortem baptismal kits. No more worries about being miserable alone forever. Be a good Christian and share that eternal pain and suffering with the ones you love.
I'm in hell. Not as hot as I thought it'd be. Kind of feels like Houston, minus the humidity. Hello. My favorite drink crafted to perfection. Ooh, and some dank ass weed.
I can't bear to be down on my face chanting, holy, holy, holy is the Lord, every day, all day, for all eternity, by myself.
Wow, is that George Carlin? And Alan Turing, look at that. Carl say, oh, I am so honored. You've been my hero since I was a kid. Neil deGrasse Tyson, what are you doing here? Oh, I get it. I get it. Schrodinger's heathen. Very cute, you. Very cute. That's fantastic. Oh, what is that? What is? It's holy water. Oh, it burns. No, this isn't where I want to be. Pabst Blue Ribbon and a Marlboro? No!
Father Flanagan's post-mortem baptismal kit. Dead kid tested, Mother Teresa approved.
Is that the Pope and John Paul? Jim Jones and Jimmy Swaggart, huh? I can see that coming. Neil deGrasse, what are you doing? Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
Thanks, Father Flanagan.
Damn them to an eternity in heaven for only $59.99. They wouldn't appreciate it, but you'll feel better, and that's the point, isn't it? Get yours now. Your heathen loved one's time is running out.
Holy, holy, holy is the Lord. This is some bullshit. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord.
For some reason, okay, so it's that commercial that's not going back correctly. I'll fix that later. Good morning, everyone. We got Firewolf is here. Good morning, Firewolf. David Adil, I hope I said that right, was talking about agnostic atheism. Most modern atheists identify as agnostic atheists, meaning they do not believe in gods, but do not claim to know the absolute certainty. That's an accurate description of an agnostic atheist. What the hell over? Whether most modern atheists claim that or not, I don't know the number that feel that way. I think maybe the most of us that are outspoken, jerk atheists like us, who won't let people oppress us, they're probably that way. Yes. We did have somebody, Kinsey Wolf said, what's your take on the Shroud of Turin? My take on the Shroud of Turin is that it's fake, created probably in like the 11 or 1200s, maybe. Whatever science tells you it is, go look it up and it'll tell you. They claim that some people claim that the reason why the carbon dating tells you a later date than it really has is because carbon was infused into it in a fire in like the 12th or 13th century. In the building that it was in, there was a fire, so there was more carbon put into. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's just bullshit. It's as real as probably the Jesus's foreskins. They have 6 of them across the Catholic Christendom.
Yeah, and pieces of his cross and manger, hay, and
yeah. You can actually, I can kind of almost see having relics from the cross. Having relics from the manger just blows my. Nobody even knew. The people are going to sit around. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, here I go. I'm gonna bring her down. That people would actually know. Don't highlight her. Oh, she's back. She's back. That people would know those things. That Jesus was, and let me go grab some of this hay and keep it. And then they're gonna keep it for 15 generations. Keep this hay.
How they don't do that? They didn't have Ziploc.
There's that.
They
There
didn't
is
vacuum seal.
let's see. There was the relic of the, what is it? The Jesus's crib.
Oh, yeah, crib.
Yeah. Let's go. Earliest date. All right. So there's this relic of Jesus's crib. And whenever Barth, they've got it to where I can't see it now. I need to get a bigger screen. They've got it to where they claim this and this and this, but the first time it appeared, it was given to a pope in 644, I think it says. The precious gift was then given to the Patriarch of Jerusalem. But it was a gift. In almost 700 years, 650 years after Jesus's alleged birth is the first time this thing shows up. So let's just go for fun. Let me ask the next question.
I wanted to get in on the fossil.
Right. So how many generations in 650 years? This is how many generations estimated. It would have had to gone through between 22 and 26 generations of people to get from Jesus all the way down just to that Pope in 644 AD.
Sure.
Really? Yeah. I just have it's a piece of wood, by the way, folks. It's just a piece of wood. It's a little piece of wood about like that.
And there are people, I'm certain, who just absolutely within like 100% certainty know that is from Jesus.
But of course,
it has his DNA on it.
Yeah. Despite everything, just like the people who believe in the Shroud of Turin, despite all the scientific evidence that says this is a crock of shit and you're being scammed, but like, no, Jesus. Guys, I got to run a little early today because I got to go get my fangs looked at. A fang doctor. It's fang doctor time.
Yeah. Good luck.
And it's a little bit of a drive. So that's why. And so I want to wrap up real quick and read our super chats. Carlos Valdez gave us 100 Mexican dollars is what it says on here. Buenos dias, good day, godless human beings. Happy to enjoy the show. Following you because Justin from the Deconstruction Zone. Justin is fantastic. If you're rock hard for Doug, please put rock hard for Doug or RHFD in the chat. We'll know, of course. And then Carlos hooked us up with 10 daily atheist gift memberships to the bronze level. You guys are fantastic. Man, you're wonderful. Hugs. We very much appreciate you. I got to figure out some stuff about my own nerdy stuff. All right, guys, I thank you very much. Ryan, thank you for joining me today. We'll see you tomorrow for Wednesday. And yes, and all of you, my friends, you send safely, my friends, and I'll see you tomorrow. Off we go.
Got a house that smells like old cheese and shame. Father Flanagan's flesh candles change the game. Goat-scented thrills for your soul's delight. Light it up, baby, make your room right. When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Confession booth, busy, no need to stress. Light a candle and forget your mess. Gross odors vanish like sins in the wind. With each wick, guess who's your new best friend? When you've sinned and need to atone, light a candle and avoid the stone. Smell the goat in a holy zone. Father Flanagan, here to set the tone. Lambs and calves may have their day, but goat's the scent that leads the way. the sniff so pure. Father Flanagan's got the cure. Turn your home into a saintly space. With every whiff, find redeeming grace. From your living room to the kitchen sink, light the gold candle, don't even think.